Hello everyone, welcome to the Algerian Pavilion. So just to give a nice briefing about Algeria, so it's the biggest country in Africa, it's 2.4 million kilometers square, Northern African country, and we are very glad to walk you through the pavilion itself here at Expo. We wanted to represent first the country with its architectural heritage by representing Casbah, which is one of the very ancient neighborhoods in the capital city, Algiers. Casbah has a special style, architecturally speaking. It has a Moresque style influence with an Ottoman influence as well. So usually the houses, they have like this very large patio in the middle of the house. It comes as well sometimes with a fountain in the middle. And in this pavilion, we represented 7 doors that are a symbol of 7 entrances of the capital city. The entrance is made being like having this space between the 2 portals. It has to do as well with hospitality. So we didn't want something to be closed or small, like a small door. We wanted to be like a big portal so that it can gather a lot of people at the same time and host many people. Regarding the shape, it's purely cultural. So this type of triangles, they have a lot to do with the culture. It's a sign or a symbol that is used a lot back home. We host a lot of events in this space. For example, we had many cultural events going on. So every month we have a week to 2 weeks of cultural or touristic events. We host as well sometimes the business events here. So all our events happen here in this patio. This is a ceramist, one of our artists that is exhibiting at the moment. It's very traditional designs, especially from the capital city. If you take, for example, these little simples here, they are purely like an Amazigh or a Berber style of doing things, yes. The theme of Expo is connecting mind and creating the future. So we wanted to show Algeria is connected as well, through its past, through its future, through its last discoveries being another cradle for humanity, through its traditions, through everything. So even futuristic projects that are happening in the country, energy-wise, logistically-wise, and commercially. So here the visitors will enjoy first, well, we are showing here some samples of the prehistoric tools that they discovered in 2018. So with these tools, basically cut with it, they used to make some arts on rocks, like this one just behind the screen in the Atlas Mountains. In this section of the pavilion, we are reaching to the present. We are starting first of all with a map of the country. So you can see how big, geographically speaking, is the country. It goes on the Mediterranean Sea for like 1,600 kilometers. You have all this, which is in the darkened color, representing the Sahara. It's 85% of the area of the country, but only 2% of the population lives in there. So here we go. This is the Voyage of Connections. We represented the Voyage of Connections through the city of Tamarast. It's one of the cities in the south of the country. So what we wanted to highlight in this section mainly is the fiber backbone. It's going from Algiers to Abuja over a distance of 4,500 kilometers. In this voyage, we are reaching to the Voyage of Energies. We represented the Voyage of Energy by the city of Ain Salah. So in here, we wanted to as well highlight the country's potentialities in terms of renewable energies and non-renewable energies. The government is putting a lot of effort in terms of renewable energies, especially the solar energy and the wind energy. So I have already like a big project launching in the south and east part for the solar and the south and west part for the wind energy. So in this section of the pavilion, we reach to the Voyage of Water. Algeria in general has like a big potential when it comes to aquifers or underground waters. So all this represents a reservoir of 1 million. It's all like underground and aquifers, used mainly to produce energy, of course, and especially agriculture in the southern part of the country. We have here as well, to connect us to our past, one of the systems of irrigation in Algeria. It's a very ancient one. It's called the Fougara. And here we reach to the future. The future is represented by the city of Bourzoul. It's a very smart city using only renewable energies. It's an eco-friendly city. It's a project that will be done by 2025. In here as well, we wanted to represent the capital city, Algiers. So it's a purely Mediterranean city, blue and white. It's the biggest city in Algeria. The total population is 44 million. And this last space of the pavilion, we wanted to dedicate it for Algerians that belong to a different cultural, economical, and educational background. And we asked them about their opinions of Algeria participating to Expo 2020 and on what it does mean to them to be connected. So everyone has his own opinion. So we wanted just like to share some ideas about connections. The main message we want to convey is, first of all, in order to be present, you have to have a past. And our past is very well represented. We have a deep past. And from that, we have as well future plans and future projects that are very promising in terms of like energy-wise and eco-friendly-wise, for example. So the message we want to convey is that Algeria is here, Algeria is connected, Algeria is creating the future, but it never forgets its past as well. So it has a past of 2.4 million years old. The challenges are more like a sort of a responsibility for us because we are the ones that must preserve this heritage given to us. It's a very beautiful heritage, so we have the responsibility to protect it, to preserve it, and to continue giving it to the next generations as well. So it's more like an obligation, a sort of responsibility rather than challenges, really.